complicated. I'm sipping the wine, riding this train to glory. Got my cash on my mind, all the way to hell and back. We don't play, we attack. Fuck 'em all, your team sucks balls. Stay out of my tracks. Ain't nobody dissing me and walking away unscathed. Smacking off the podcast, we ain't afraid. Rolling in these streets like a king, reaching for the paper until the final bell rings. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Light away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. Our street life too fast, no time for regrets. Dodging all the hate, no time for your threats. I'm clocking my mileage, trunk full of ambition. Every bar I spit, man, it's a street composition. Run the blocks like a boss, never take a loss. All these fuckers in my rear view, paying the cost with me, crew. Yeah, we ride or we die. Got the city on my back, watch the haters comply. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Right away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. We ain't slipping. Hell no, we ain't. Every step I'm pimping. Hell yeah, we say we creep. Podcast spitting fire while these poles are just glare. We the lions of this jungle, so you better beware. So you better beware. Like a goddamn movie, I'm the star of the show. I'm full of ambition, let my true colors glow. I'm gripping on the path and I'm killing the scene. Ain't no stopping this train, just follow the dream. Fuck 'em all, I'm the realest, see the truth in my eyes. While you motherfuckers fumble, I'm the one that will rise. So bring your best game, but I'm calling you bluff. Cause when it's all said and done, man, you ain't that motherfucker. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Either way, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher.
shit's getting old, we ain't sold on you. Maybe next week, boy. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time. Josh High Pull, what a joke, you Bobby Hill looking motherfucker, you. We ain't got no more time for you, fool. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time. Your team is poop. How you still got a job? Kentucky must be fools. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time. Double sweaty, you fucking weenie. Can't you even win a game at home? I'm sure you won't get fired though, but we ain't got no more time for you. Hell yeah, we ain't got the time.
I'm the king of this shit, yeah, I'm built to last. Bitches trying to front, but they don't got the craft. Rolling with my crew, we move quick like a flash. Living that street life, making money, making cash. I hate your team, they weak, they just wanna crash. But I'm balling on a level, yo, I'm sipping on that sass. Smacking off the podcast, don't you step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a parody. Fuck your mama, know you hate my clarity. We live in thug life, that's the reality. I'm the voice of the streets, I'm the absolute truth. Got these fuckers shook, they just playing the sleuth. You claiming that you tough, but where's your proof? I'm flexing all these wannabes, I'm the living proof. Hard street living, always rolling deep. In the shadows making moves, never lose my sleep. My rhymes hit hard like a punch from the street. So fuck with me, you know you can't compete. Stacking off the podcast, don't you step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a parody. Fuck your mama, you know I did. We live in thug life, that ain't no shit. Smack, yeah, we making waves. Cast hitting hard like we digging graves. Got that fire in my soul, feel the heat that raves. In this life, boy, you either thug or just slaves. When my crew by my side, we rise up like kings. Life's a game of chess and I'm pulling the strings. Got the world on my back, but I'm counting these blings. Motherfuck your team, they don't know where to sing. I'm the real deal, no imitation. Spitting raw truth, no hesitation. Built from the struggle, pure determination. Smacking off the podcast, my revelation. Smacking off the podcast, don't you step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a parody. Fuck your mama, know you hate my clarity. We live in thug life, that's the reality. I'm the voice of the streets, I'm the absolute truth. Got these fuckers shook, they just playing the sleuth. You claiming that you tough, but where's your proof? I'm flexing on these wannabes, I'm the living proof. Hard street living, always rolling deep. In the shadows making moves, never lose my sleep. My rhymes hit hard like a punch from the street. So with me, you know you can't compete. Smacking off the podcast, don't you step to me. Talking all that noise, but you're just a fucking freak. Fuck your mama, you know we all did. We live in thug life, that ain't no shit.
What you daddy don't like, you don't. I'll be you back in Watertown. The sun's back alive. What you white, like the gun, one together, we know. Go new, we know. We know. Go new, we know. What you do.
Smacking off the pocket, yeah, we making waves. Cash hitting hard like we digging graves. Got that fire in my soul, feel the heat that raves. In this life, boy, you either thug or just slave. With my crew by my side, we rise up like kings. Life's a game of chess and I'm pulling the strings. Got the world on my back while I'm counting these blings. Motherfuck your team, they don't know where to sing. I'm the real deal, no imitation. Spitting raw truth, no hesitation. Built from the struggle, pure determination. Smacking off the podcast, my revelation. Smacking off the podcast, don't step to me, talking all that.
On Christmas Day we singing, I'm breaking out, no screaming. Got my cash in hand, we storming. Jingle bells, I'm hearing them roaring. Merry Christmas, all you mofos. I'm your holiday broker. Oh, what fun it is to watch y'all stumble. Y'all sucking fuzzy, y'all sucking hard. Silence when I step, you know the vibe. Bitches quaking like they caught a homicide. Christmas time with Santa's mob, giving ass whoopings, that's my fucking job.
Your team sucks like a thick fucking shake. We're out here calling it like a man with a stake. Cracking skulls like candy canes. You know my skills remain. Watch me reign. Hoes know I'm the man. Gifts I give, you take with a smile on the street life hustle. We've ruled it for miles. Watch hard how I do it. Respects what I'm collecting. Your team is weak, brother, just second guessing. Silence when I step, you know the vibe. Bitches quaking like they caught a homicide. Christmas time, it's Santa's job, giving ass whoopings and laying down the law. Hard life, but we showing on time. With the thugs and the bangers, we don't fall behind. Jingle bells jingling, but y'all hear nothing when we roll through your hood. We bringing that fucking. You thought you could hide? Nope, nope. But I'm the one bringing all the real dope and the hope. Christmas cheer, yeah, it's not a facade. I'm the Santa of the streets, bringing smack to your hard. Watch your back, cause I'm coming down your chimney. Your team's kinda sucky and I'm punching on your chinny. So take your L's, put them under the tree. In this winter wonderland, only thugs run free. Silence when I step, you know the vibe. Ain't that complicated? I'm sipping the wine, riding this train to glory. Got my cash on my mind, all the way to hell and back. We don't play, we attack. Fuck 'em all, your team sucks balls. Stay out of my tracks. Ain't nobody dissing me and walking away unscathed. Smacking off the podcast, we ain't afraid. Rolling in these streets like a king, reaching for the paper until the final bell rings. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Light away, motherfucker, we're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. Our street life too fast, no time for regrets. Dodging all the hate, no time for your threats. I'm clocking my mileage, trunk full of ambition. Every bar I spit, man, it's a street composition. Run the blocks like a boss, never take a loss. All these fuckers in my rear view, paying the cost with me crew. Yeah, we ride or we die. Got the city on my back, watch the haters comply. Up in ya, where the hustle never sleeps. Bitches talking still, but they ain't too deep. We riding that glory, train full of fire. Right away, motherfucker, we're going higher.
This segment is a smacking of the podcast presentation.
Your team sucks, donkey balls, and it's such a sad story to tell. Your team sucks, something fierce, and your coach sucks as well. The football world is laughing, 'cause your team takes the cake. They're all making fun and laughing at your games.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Your Team Suck Donkey Balls. It's a Smacking Off the Podcast presentation, Doug. Where is it? Hello. I guess Doug is with us. And for Your Team Sucks Donkey Balls, let's go here to our message and see if I'm the only one on here. Let's see. Is anyone else on? So we'll do right here. So we send a message to the group.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing, Nikki?
Hello. I'm good.
We're
How
on-
are you?
I'm doing good. We're looks like we're the ones that are on smacking off the podcast as far as their team sucks donkey balls. And Nikki, many people's teams do truly suck donkey balls.
They do. And the last 24 hours has been very comical, to say the least, on
Comical.
these teams that suck donkey balls.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
I don't. The government's fucking with us again.
They're fucking with us.
I mean, I did everything exactly the same, and I'll be damned, nobody could hear me again.
No, it's LSU doing it.
They're
Can you
doing
hear
it.
me?
Yes,
No,
I can.
Bruce, I can't hear you. Say that
Okay,
again.
good.
Man, so it's been an eventful day. I mean, kind of.
It all links in.
It's been an insane last 24 hours. The stuff I've read, we got Auburn fans crashing out. We have Florida fans crashing out. Ole Miss fans. LSU, ex-LSU players are not happy because they think that they hired someone that's not loyal, which
So
they did.
I'm trying to figure out, are the Ole Miss fans, are they just classier than the Tennessee fans? Because nobody even threw a golf ball at a lane today when he was leaving at the airport.
That was sad.
You was
they had some
expecting the
good
golf ball.
ideas.
Didn't see one, right?
No, I was expecting frozen corn dogs from what I was reading from Ole Miss fans in the threads. Or rotten eggs.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Now,
Man,
Doug,
what?
this is the most tumultuous year for coaching and the most expensive year for coaching that I've ever seen. There's no parallel.
Yeah, there's got it. This is all about NIL now, I think, because right now, if you don't keep those dollars coming in, because now I'm pretty sure the universities can just throw the money into the NIL as well, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. So
Right. So
part of these contracts, they're offering.
Yeah, you would think that they'd be trying to save money on the coaches, but trying to save money on a coach can cost you a lot of fucking money, and everybody knows that.
And that's what Florida did. I mean, we saved money on the coach, and they're putting the extra. So they already offered. They're keeping the offer of the $25 million in NIL money that was offered with the Lane deal. But now they're adding in, since they got Summerall for half the price, they're offering the rest of that money in NIL money.
I like Florida's hire.
I do too.
I'm not as big on Auburn's hire. The Auburn people are really happy, but I'm not sure.
Not all of them.
I'm not sure this is a great hire like Gabe thinks it is.
Well, reading the comments and seeing like the Auburn threads, it's about 50-50. There's a lot of not happy Auburn fans, kind of like Arkansas. They protested today outside the school. They're not happy with their hire. They hired the Memphis coach.
I mean, who else you going to get if you're Arkansas, though? Just think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they went over to Memphis. Memphis whooped their ass. And then Arkansas went ahead and underlined his fucking name, right?
I
They did. They
And
said
they
this fucking
had a
guy just beat a
chance.
Power 5 school.
I think what it's about is
So
they
it was more
thought
like
they
a Power
hired.
4.5.
I think the fans are pissed because they thought they hired Golish. You know, they thought they got him, and then all of a sudden, I guess he backed out once Auburn made him a bigger offer, and that's
I mean,
when.
if you're picking between Arkansas and Auburn, you're probably going Auburn.
Yeah, but then
Auburn's got
I
deeper
do
pockets.
question that. But the money that Arkansas has to build this program, I would almost take that job with Tyson and Walmart and the Joneses,
Yeah, but
and
is Jerry Jones putting the money in that he used to?
he's putting some in, and I think if they make the right hire, he would be willing to put more in. He's
Yeah.
been putting a lot more into like Texas Tech and the Texas programs.
So
But
they shouldn't hire Jimmy Johnson. He wouldn't put any money in then, would he?
I
How old
don't
is
know.
Jimmy Johnson?
They're best friends again, so
Oh, are they?
probably.
How old is Jimmy
Yeah.
Johnson? What is he, like 80, 85?
Dang, I'd say close to
He
80.
looks good for his age, though. I mean,
Alexa,
compared to the rest of those guys, he
how
looks
old is
really
Jimmy
good.
Johnson, the football coach?
I don't know.
God, he has to be in his 90s.
How old is he, James? Jimmy Johnson. 79? You don't know.
Or at least mid-80s.
Jimmy Johnson didn't die, did he?
No, he's in his mid-80s, I would say.
There had to be a parade for him.
All
If
right,
he
so
died.
Let's see. I'm looking it up.
If you're in Miami anyway, or anywhere in South Florida,
He is
okay.
82 years old, born in 1943.
he may be the most
So he
important
does
person in
look
history
good
of
for his
Belgrade.
age.
Well,
You know,
well, I can't say her name, but you know the Amazon assistant just basically told me that he died. And then when I said he wasn't dead, she came back and she was like, "You're right. He's still very much alive."
Today has just been crazy. Every time I've scrolled on Facebook, Twitter, it has been one thing after another.
So I
And now
don't know if you guys use assistants, but I do use the Amazon assistant, and I got a couple Googles around the house. The Amazon assistants have just adapted to AI, so these bitches they try to have conversations with you.
damn.
I mean, they seriously, and like I had one tell me that they had already figured out my humor patterns.
Wow.
Yes, that's fucked up. I'm thinking about
They're in
turning the
trouble.
mic off. I'm thinking about turning the mic off. I'm not sure.
I think the next 24 hours is going to be just as crazy because now this whole thing in Kentucky, and they've been in a meeting, I guess, for most of the day, and now they called in lawyers.
Wow. That's probably good. It's because he's demanding his money. See, I've been following this fairly deeply, and the whole thing that he's been saying all along is is basically he don't care what goes on as long as he gets his money. If they want him run off, they're going to have to pay him, and he's going to fight any way he can to get that money. And it's really, Mitch Barnhart, the athletic director, was highly celebrated. But really, the truth of it is, if you look at his hires, he brought in Cal. And he did get one natty with probably the most talented team in hit since UCLA with Louis Alcindor, also known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But after that, he fell off and didn't do nothing. And then Stoops had one 10-3 season, which was by Kentucky standards was off the hook, especially with the previous 20 years. But since then, he couldn't even maintain mediocrity, right? And we've had teams that should have competed over the last 4 years. We've had linebacking cores, secondaries, and the offensive line fell off. Eric Wolford went to Alabama, even though he's come back now, but it's too late. And then Sumrall formerly was part of that program, and he went to Tulane, and now he's at Florida. So the brain drain off the staff, was sucked. And then they wanted to rely on transfer portal quarterbacks, right? And they all suck. And we had locally recruited guys that were 4 stars, and he should have played them. And he waited until the middle of the season to finally play one of those guys. What can you develop a quarterback or not? So obviously you couldn't develop a quarterback. So the question is, guys, is where do you look after this if you're Kentucky, especially if you fuck Stoops?
I mean, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Is like, where do you Like, I really feel like Mitch just dropped the ball completely. You waited until not only was Summerall signed, like sealed and delivered, you also, Golish, all of these guys are now taken. Where are you going to look? Like, are you just going? I mean, I don't know. I feel like between Mitch and Stoops, they got comfortable. They didn't
Yes.
want to look elsewhere to build this program, and it was an easy hire for Pope for him because, of course, Pope. But
So
now your only other hire that would have probably been it and all for Kentucky's program, Summerall, you literally are trying to fire your coach after he's gone.
Yeah. So it's crazy to me, but they we'll see what happens. But maybe they'll pull something out of their ass. We don't want to go back to the Junker Phillips era, that's for sure. Or something similar where they just plain sucked. And you got to be able to recruit people, which is difficult to do at Kentucky. And earlier, someone mentioned where the money come from for NIL. Well, at one time, people thought it would be boosters, and the original intent of it and the spirit of it was for it to come from sponsors similar to somebody with an advertising budget. But now that it can be associated with the TV contract, really any team that wants to spend the money can buy players. The question is, can you get them ready and get them cohesive? Because obviously Norvell couldn't do that. And the next question is whether or not Kentucky is going to commit to spending that money.
So let me say this in addressing something that Bob said a little earlier, something about Kentucky fucking Stoops. There ain't no way for Kentucky to fuck Stoops. I promise you. He's got that shit all in contract. They're going to pay to get him out of there. If they pay him, they ain't fucking him. They're sending him off to go live happily ever after.
And they have
Yeah,
to.
unless
And
it's with cause. It has to be with cause.
There's no cause. I mean,
Yeah.
you could say he sucks, but that's not a cause. That's not a right?
He's like talking about.
Well, what about Jonathan Smith? I mean, there's, that's another candidate.
There's people out there, Bob, and y'all won't have to pay nearly as much for them. And
But
I know
Kentucky. Is that
Kentucky's
rumor or is it true, Doug?
What rumor? That Jonathan Smith's getting fired, or that?
No, that he was fucking his assistant. Excuse me, having fun with his assistant.
Sorry, I thought Nikki. I thought you said it was Jerome Moore. Sorry, Sharon Moore.
No, I've read it like multiple times on different.
Well, God damn it, we're gonna have now on Thursday. We're gonna have to tell Ed that it was Sharon Moore, and we're gonna have to come up with news stories and everything to back ourselves up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go deep in that because there was some talk. I know there was some talk during the season, and then of course you kind of just pushed it aside. I mean, they were before big games where you're just trying to get into people's heads, but it hasn't stopped. And
now
I
read the article.
Excuse me. So it's a Michigan thing. It's so cold up there. There's not a lot to do, right? You ain't coaching football. Warm. You're fucking right.
Yeah, they got to get warm some way, and their wives are just not warm enough.
Yeah, their wives are out shopping.
Yeah,
spending that fucking cash.
Well, I read the article that they were firing Smith on grounds of his win-loss record. They had no.
Yeah, I did see they were firing him.
Him stooping as secretary. So,
well, is he the guy from Oregon State?
Yes.
Yeah, he did really good at Oregon State.
He did. He built a great program out of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that what you can do in one place doesn't necessarily mean you can take it somewhere else.
And then we could see a scandal at LSU. All these people are coming out and saying it would be a shame if all these girls that were forced to get abortions by Elaine. And I'm sitting here like, oh, this could be like a year.
Hold up now.
Someone's doing a smear job?
Hold on. Isn't Lane a big Christian now?
No, that was Freeze. Which Ole Miss.
No. Lane's definitely a Christian now, though. I read that.
Is he with born again? Yoga?
I mean, Sorry, Christian, and he's into yoga too, of course.
No, I think they were saying he was into a girl named Christina.
Oh, he's into her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was this place pregnant.
He was praying for her.
Clemson Dane, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
We're all calling for Dabo to be fired. We're tired of his shit. Yes.
What do you do now?
I don't know. What did he do?
You better beat LSU the first game of the season, because I think you'll have a lot of Ole Miss fans cheering y'all on.
Well, guys, I got a few extra doors tonight, and I just wanted to prove right out of the gate with the first door that we will fuck with anybody. I'm just going to say that we fucked with a coach that won this week in our doors, and we also fucked with a coach that is absolutely going to be in the playoffs. Y'all ready to open the first door?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here's some donkey balls. Suck 'em dry.
Mike Elko, what the fuck, son? Did you take the week off? You needed this one to make it to the conference title game. Something that your Aggies have never done. I get it. You want to rest up for the playoffs? Fuck yeah! You should have laid it all on the line in Austin. Here's some donkey balls. Suck them dry.
Oh, and they sucked donkey balls. Now he had a chance to do something historic, man. He had a chance to put them on the map and to kill the hated Texans.
He can still do that, though, Bob. We got to admit.
Well, I think he did put them on the map by making the playoffs, but he just...
I mean, he hasn't officially made the playoffs, but we know he's going to.
I mean, he just... That game was rough to watch for him.
Well, you know, if this was a 4-team playoff time, they would have just knocked themselves out of the playoffs.
Yes.
Thank God that's not the case. Yeah, this team still has a chance to do something that Texas A&M hasn't done in a long fucking time.
Yeah, there's some latitude for them.
But at the same time, the people who were saying that A&M had not played a top 7 SEC team, and they just finally did. You got to wonder.
And they were like the 7th team.
So you're going to be looking hard. Yeah, well, they weren't the 7th, but they definitely weren't in the top 4.
I think they were 6.
Yeah, something like that. So definitely going to be watching A&M. They'll be hosting somebody in the first round. If they lose in the first round, then people's going to shake this team off, and they're going to say this team was never really that good.
Do you think they were overconfident, or they just were ill-equipped?
I think they had an injury. Bob, didn't you say they had an injury?
Who's that?
You.
Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah, Reed. Well, it's not that they had an injury. It's just that they were getting ready to score and take a command and lead early in the game, and he got injured on that drive, and then they ended up in disastrous circumstances. Whereas I thought
the wide receiver.
They'll talk about Marcel Reed, the quarterback.
Oh, the quarterback.
Then he come back later in the game, and he was injured. He wasn't able to run as well as he did, obviously, without being injured. So that's really what happened in the game, in my opinion, is after Reed got injured, he come back in, and he wasn't as quick and nimble as he had been to avoid the rush and or run. And on the drive, as he got injured, they were just basically dominating. So it changed the game for them.
Well, it's going to be a big week, and it's going to be a big week, and we're going to know a lot more about what A&M's next game is.
Well, if Georgia can opt out, maybe they can just let A&M.
You know what? I don't know if there's a protocol for that. I mean, I think Georgia would get. I guess they could technically opt out, but they'd probably get fined so fucking big that it wouldn't be worth doing.
Like I see probably 10 of their fans ask about it.
You'd be losing face big time if you did that too.
Yeah, they're not going to do that, and they got no reason to do that.
They're playing Bama, so
they are playing Bama.
And
yeah, but they are playing Bama, but they the odds are they lost to Bama the first game they have an advantage in the second game. Georgia does.
Well, they certainly have developed. Georgia has gotten better as the year went on, but so has Alabama.
No,
So it'll be a good game.
I don't think Bama has. I think Bama's kind of.
I think they've marginally improved.
Yeah, it's hard to tell for
I
sure.
mean, they've looked good this on their win. I mean, I will
tell you this. Y'all
outcome.
know what I predicted in the game. I predicted 27-20, but I also said that Alabama would be -1 in turnovers. If somebody would have told me that night, Bama's going to be +2 in the turnover margin, meaning Bama causes 2 turnovers and Auburn causes none, I would have told you Bama would win by 20. I would have.
Yeah. It was
but they didn't. They were lucky to fucking win, and they had the advantage of a turnover. So
there you go.
They had the advantage of 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is Dane still here?
To regress back, Doug, what's the beat that Georgia's fan base have of not wanting to play the playoffs?
You don't have to talk to Nikki about that. I didn't see that one.
Well, their excuse is that it shouldn't matter because other schools like A&M and Ole Miss are getting in without having to go through another game in the championship. And then I also see fans saying they don't want to play Bama again. That is their kryptonite.
They're in the SEC.
It's their kryptonite. They can't handle it.
So if we're not playing in a SEC championship game, we've got a 4-way tie for the SEC champions, right?
So I'm going to take my marbles and go home.
I mean, seriously, you've got Ole Miss with a share. You've got Texas A&M with a share, Alabama with a share, and Georgia with a share. That's the way it would have been done in the 80s.
You know, I know that the actual team are probably excited to be there over top of like A&M and Ole Miss that's only got 1 loss.
If I was a Georgia fan, I'd be extremely confident here. I would.
They look good.
I think so, but I do understand where they're coming from with that team that has your number. It doesn't matter if you played them before. We've seen it so many times.
God, we went through it this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you got to show up. You got to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit.
I don't know what the line is. I don't know what the line is.
Fucking lumps.
I don't know what the line is on this game, but if I
It'll
was betting
change a lot this week, I'm sure.
I really don't bet on games, but if I was betting, I'd definitely take Georgia if the line's not too high. I mean, I think Georgia will be favored.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be much. It'd be by 3, maybe.
Something's not right with Bama. Something's not right with Bama. I mean, maybe they'll find themselves. We've seen it. We've seen it happen this year a few times, but this team is definitely capable of not turning in a great performance. And you're not going to win this game unless you bring your A game.
Oh yeah, Georgia's really peaking, guys. I can't stress enough that they're cohesive and the defense looks good. They can run the football fairly consistently. Stockton's not a game-winning passer, but he can run it at critical times. I think that they can control the clock, the tempo, and they won't stop.
Found a tight end.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they've got a tight end too. They've developed him, but they're definitely improved, and I think they can take Alabama, but they can't stop them. So, and if you look at Auburn's game plan, it didn't look too good until the end when they came back, and I think Georgia's a whole lot better than Auburn.
Oh, absolutely.
It was that targeting call. It changed momentum.
That's true. That was a big factor, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I really don't think it was targeting, guys.
The Bama. I'm talking about the Bama one.
Yeah, the one
on Bama when.
Yes, I don't think it was targeting.
Oh no, I'm talking about the one on Auburn, like the first one of the game that the Bama player got ejected.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, that was targeting. That was definitely targeting.
That's what I'm saying.
But the one that they got Auburn for,
yeah,
it was not targeting.
Think it was.
No,
I
it
don't
definitely-
either.
It wasn't.
But I do believe that's what changed the first one when the Bama player got ejected. I 100% believe that is when we seen the momentum change at that point.
Yeah, but he was definitely targeting. I mean, he was definitely leading with his helmet. The Auburn guy, it was very questionable.
Which I understand why they called it, because defenseless player, he had already released the ball.
I do, but man,
and when helmet to helmet,
these kids, you got to let them play, man. Sometimes at some
no,
point.
I agree, but
Yeah,
I know why they definitely called it, because they couldn't call him, they couldn't review it unless they called it targeting. They couldn't call a personal foul and then
and they
review
looked at it, so they said it was. So I guess it fell within that parameter, but I hated to see it because
I thought it was non-existent, but that's me.
It was questionable, but he didn't lead with his helmet.
Yeah, he was straight up in his face, but he just got.
So if it happened, it was
face mask.
If it happened, it was an accident, but he didn't
yeah.
do it on purpose. But anyway, door number 3, guys.
Fat now, does he? I think you took another snoozy in the middle of a game. Don't blame those hurricanes, son. Your team wasn't ready to play. So here's your play. Grab these donkey balls. You love these donkey balls. You fucking clown.
And you know what? He said against Notre Dame, Doug, this is why he sucks doggy balls. He said, well, this game just don't matter. What a clown. Every fucking game matters. And
They all matter. And
yeah.
This game mattered. And I don't know. I mean, I think Miami's probably a better team. I didn't really think that they would show up as cold as it was. But the fact that they did show up and as lopsided as I just think that Pitt was capable of more. I've seen them.
Oh, we all did.
Year.
I mean,
they were definitely capable of more. Hey, if this game would have went down to the wire, if Pitt would have played them tough, I would have never fucked with this guy. But it just
they didn't.
No, they did not.
They couldn't do anything. It looked like Pitt was having a harder time in the cold weather than Miami was.
Exactly. And that should have been.
Well, for me, other than Washington losing, this was the most disappointing game that I saw the weekend.
And I was excited about this game.
Yeah, so was I.
Mm.
Damn right.
Utterly. I mean, it's just that simple.
I was a little kid in the 70s, and I barely remember this, but Pitt won the fucking national championship in 1976. And I didn't know anything about it. Yep. I had no idea about football. Had no clue about football. And I asked my dad, I was like, what's going on? And he said, Pitt just won a national championship. And I said, who's Pitt?
Yeah.
They used to be really good a long time ago.
They had Dorsett, then they had Marino, man. I mean, these aren't chumps.
Great ball players.
Man, I'm going to say the 81 Pitt Panthers team, that was Jackie Sherrill as the head coach. Probably one of the most talented teams to not win a national championship.
I don't know about it.
They were good. Now, Kyle Golick will argue with you on this, but because he's a Penn State guy, of course he would.
Evidently, he didn't love them, but it's a great team. They put a lot of players in the NFL, and wasn't Jackie Sherrill also the coach at A&M at one time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is the first coach to sign $1 million a year contract.
Oh,
and that was in the 80s. That was he went from Pitt to A&M.
Damn, A&M's been screwed by a lot of coaches, huh?
Yeah, well, A&M's been trying to buy a national championship for a long time.
Oh yeah, it didn't start yesterday.
And I do realize you like A&M, don't you, Nikki?
No, I don't.
Okay, so but you kind of like all the Texas teams a little bit, right?
No, I I actually can't stand a lot of them. I like the ones we follow. All of the ones like our hometown local boys are on, of course, and then I like the smaller ones. I like the UNTs and SMU. We followed them for years, even though before they became ACC, and um, of course our Tarleton and those schools. But when it comes to the big ones, you get so sick of hearing it from the fans, like sitting around with A&M fans like they've won 50 national championships. They think their team is, and this is every year, not just this year, they just think that they are the greatest thing since sliced bread. And you're just looking at them like, really? It's been since like 1939? Okay, like kind of
Now,
weird.
if you look at their championship banners, they've got like years that they didn't win the SEC West, but they were like tied for first. Which there's
They do participation trophies. They do.
Yeah,
do
exactly.
that
There's
there.
tiebreakers, and those tiebreakers, if you tie for first but you lose the tiebreaker, you didn't win a share of the
Yeah.
fucking West. It didn't
That
happen.
makes
But
sense.
they don't believe that. They've got banners
And
for that shit.
my God, their obsession with Denzel.
So
Like,
I got to go and
ugh.
point this out real quick while I'm thinking about it. So I see now why Kyle Golick doesn't think much of the Pitt Panthers from '81, and this was a really good team. They went undefeated all the way up to November 28th, and then they played Penn State at Pitt Stadium, and Penn State racked their fucking. They fucked them up 48-14, and Pitt was number one in this game, and then Penn State was number 11.
I think I remember that.
One of those deals where the Pitt just shit the bed. Next fucking game, and I think it was already signed to happen. The number 11. Sorry, I don't know how far Pitt fell. Sorry, they were number 10. They fell.
Didn't they put Todd Blackledge in the NFL?
Probably. So they fell from number 1 to number 10, but they played Georgia, which was number 2 in the Sugar Bowl, and they beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl 24-20. So yeah, it was a good team, but they did shit the bed against Penn State. So that's why, yeah, Kyle's got it. He's got to disrespect him at this point, don't he? I would.
Oh yeah, he definitely has to. He can do that,
even though he probably wasn't born yet.
He's already the voice, the local radio voice of Penn State, though, Doug.
He is. So hey, his word means something.
Yeah, it does. I'm very proud of him. I'm glad to have hung out with him and him to be a part of the show. He needs to join us again. I don't know if it's an official capacity, if they'll allow all that, though,
Well, he didn't vote for Cal, the dumper, for the most valuable player. So I got my axe to grind with him on that one.
We'll bring Kyle in. We'll bring Kyle in the off season.
Yeah, he can defend himself then.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's a Heisman voter now, too.
What's that?
He may be a Heisman voter now.
Oh, really? Boy, he's moved up.
I know Hunter is. Hunter's a Heisman voter.
We need to start leaning on these motherfuckers. Who we going for? The Vandy guy?
Vandy guy. Always a Vandy guy.
Especially since they got screwed.
Yeah.
I mean that. No, hold on. The AP's got no control here.
But poor Tennessee was such
the AP's
win.
rankings won't mean nothing. Wait till Tuesday, and then we'll see if they got screwed.
Oh, there you go.
But I mean, that's pretty much saying Tennessee was just a shitty win.
Well, that's AP saying it, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll hold any water with the committee. See, sorry, door number 2, guys.
Matt Rule, you're just a goddamn fool, aren't you? They went up into your cornhole in the cornhole bowl. 5 losses, that's fucking awful. This is Nebraska. I gotta ask you, you got a plan, man, to turn this shit around for real? You don't seem like it. Grab some donkey balls and suck 'em all.
I just had to say the lyrics are spot on, Doug. He sucks doggy balls, man. You got her dead.
You know, I don't know if they should be trying to fire him at this point because he's definitely done a little better than the last few guys.
But didn't they just extend him?
Hmm?
They just extended him.
Yeah, they probably did, but I mean,
I think they were afraid he was going to go to, but Penn State would want him.
I mean, could they get out of the contract for free if he went to Penn State? Because I don't think
Penn State's looking that way. To be honest,
I really don't think Rule's going to make it. I'm not sure that anybody's going to make it at Nebraska, though. And you got to have a head coach if you're going to field a football team, right? You got to.
But I just can't see that Penn State would be looking that way as of right now, as rough as it's been at Nebraska.
So Penn State is taking this very methodically. They're not making any moves, and they may look brilliant if they grab a great coach, but if they end up with some fucking toad, they're going to look like a bunch of dumb fuckers, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
Because they've had all this time, they could have been making moves.
They extended him for 2 years for what, 15 mil? It says
I think
that
it was a little,
they did it to
premature.
discourage him from taking another job.
That was
I
before his
wondered if
later
they're
skid. I mean, things have went downhill since they did that shit.
But then I also am questioning, like, what other team would have been trying to come in and poach him at this moment? They should have waited.
I think so too. But I know why programs are scared to do that because once you wait too late, it's too fucking late to talk about it, right?
And shit, after this whole circus with Lane and all these other coaches right now, I would not want to put my program in that situation.
And they have been silent. I mean, you don't hear anything out of Penn State.
Nothing.
That's amazing.
We're hearing they're going after Heupel. I've been hearing that a lot lately.
That's cracking me up.
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
After who?
After Josh Heupel from Tennessee.
Okay.
And I get 50-50 responses from Tennessee fans. Like half of them are like, yeah, let's get rid of him. He's not up to our standard, which I'm trying to figure out Tennessee standard. And then the other half is like, no, we'll never get rid of him. He's, the greatest. So I don't. And then I kind of question why Penn State would be going after him. But I mean, he's winning and he's turned Tennessee's program around. So I could understand that. But I just don't see him at Penn State.
He's turned them around, compared to shit that was going on in the past. But I mean, let's just face it. If you don't have a 12-team
too much,
if you don't have a 12-team playoff, they still don't have a playoff appearance.
And
it should they even be proud of the playoff appearances? No, because Ohio State bent them motherfuckers over.
And then you sit here and going, well, I feel like anyone could have really turned it around. They had Butch Jones and Jeremy Pruitt and, these coaches you're going, you kind of question hires, especially the Butch Jones, that brick by brick. I mean,
Butch Jones is a national.
It's hard for me to imagine who would be a good coach to go there right now at this time with everything that's happening. There is not a class coach that I would say that can meet Penn's standards.
I don't either. And I think that's kind of why maybe they're pulling at straws right now, looking at Josh. And
maybe they're going to go ahead and give the job to the interim.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Who's the interim there?
And he didn't do a bad job the last 4 games. So
they definitely look good. And those players seem to be like enjoying him as their coach. So
what's his name,
be able to save him.
I'm pretty sure that's Smith.
I think
Somebody's got to look it up. I'm sorry. I don't have my iPad ready. It's my fault. I should have looked it up. I should have been on top of it.
I just looked it up, and it says that Josh Heupel's Penn State's head coach.
What?
No, his name is Terry Smith, guys.
Yeah,
Terry Smith, that's right.
No, but the
What?
first thing that came up is that Heupel is linked to the Penn State.
See, it's everywhere. And then you put in, like, you go and look at all the polls, campus polls, all this stuff. And Josh is at the top of everyone. And it's not just a little bit, it's like big time. And they have Smith on there. They have all these different coaches. And it's Josh Heupel. And I'm like, is he really, or has they been talking to him? I mean, if they are, it's being very silent.
I'm getting a rumor here with some breaking news. I don't know what you call it breaking news, but a rumor as to who's Kentucky's next head coach could be. So I don't know if y'all remember me mentioning on the show that Vince Barrow had abandoned Kentucky and went to Louisville as their associate head coach and recruiting coordinator, the position that he held at Kentucky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're talking about him as possibly replacing Stoops.
Oh, shit.
As the head coach at Kentucky, which would be really interesting.
So anyway, before we move on to the next story, I want to go ahead and throw this out about Matt Rule. I don't think it's really Matt Rule's not the problem. I think Nebraska is geographically out of their element. Nebraska does not fit in the big conference.
I agree.
It screwed their recruiting up. They've got no natural rivalries. I don't think Nebraska is going to find themselves until they get the courage to leave the big, and they're not going to because they're getting paid too well.
And,
I
they don't
think
allow
have
the coaches to have control.
That should be behind them, as it had been in years past. You talk Nebraska, and everyone thought they were the greatest things since sliced bread, as Nikki likes to say. But
they were for a few years.
Yeah, it's been a long time since Nebraska has been relevant.
And that's when it's one of the main reasons is they will not give their head coach now control of the program. Their head coach has to pretty much be a yes ma'am, and that's it. They do not allow him full control.
I'm not sure Nebraska. I'm not sure the program's trying to come back. I think they're content with the payday they're getting in the big.
They fired him.
They fired who?
Jupes.
Oh, did they finally? You finally seen it?
Yeah, hold on, it's coming up. Chloe's going crazy.
Well, you're happy, Bob.
Well, hey, keep an eye on that, and I'm going to open door. Keep an eye on that, and I'm going to open door number 1.
Okay.
Go for it.
Josh Heupel, holy shit, son! You lost at home, it wasn't close. Vandy made you their bitch. It's not a glitch, it's your new role. So take your donkey balls, suck 'em dry, and try not to cry.
That was the catchy little tune, wasn't it?
Oh, it was awesome. It so captured the flavor of the moment of losing to formerly downtrodden Vanderbilt at home by a huge margin, Doug. I mean, this is the resurgence of Tennessee we all wanted, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I've never seen Vandy handle Tennessee. I've seen Vandy beat Tennessee with flukish kind of plays and stuff, but this is the first time I've ever seen Vandy handle Tennessee.
Oh, they crushed
it. It was beautiful.
Special.
And I was wrong.
Wait,
and
I was wrong.
All right, I picked Vandy. Who picked? Who else picked Vandy?
Me.
I picked Vandy.
I picked 10. I went against the odds.
I'm pretty sure Sean picked Tennessee as well, and Ed picked Tennessee.
So, Dr. Balls, the decision to part ways has been made. Negotiations are currently centered around the buyout structure and how much UK has to pay within the 60-day window and how much to be paid in months, years down the road to make it feasible and for both sides to feel good about the situations. Lawyers and agents are hashing it out right now, and they don't expect to hear exactly the terms of it tonight, but possibly could.
Damn. How about Mark Stoops to Penn State, guys?
Yeah, Penn State ain't going. Penn State ain't gonna fuck with that.
Florida State. He's also been mentioned for Florida State and Iowa in the past.
Well, Florida State won't fire Norville, so that can't happen.
Well, they
There you
can't
go.
hire. They can't afford him.
But Heupel again. Let's go back to this because I really want to beat on this, and I hope Jen has joined us, right? And that she has to endure being crushed utterly by Vanderbilt, historically the worst team in the SEC, at home at Neyland Stadium with over 100,000 people there to witness national TV. All that went down, guys. It really happened,
And they were outcoached and outplayed.
Oh, it's special. It was
All right,
magical.
so Wade
And
Campbell.
it was so special. Diego's brother got arrested again. I think he's doing a tour on what away games he can get arrested at, like what stadium, because this is now number 3. So,
What does he do? He goes in and pisses people off, and they swing on him.
no, so this one, they all involve public intoxication.
Ooh.
But they were trying to like fight before the game. Any Tennessee fan that would walk by, they have video of it. But this one got him arrested because his mom and him were completely intoxicated, and they kept standing and getting on the rails. And the Tennessee staffers were just asking them to please, they don't allow people standing on top of the rails like in stadium. And they started I don't know how his mom wasn't arrested from watching the video, because they were cussing, screaming. They were trying to put their hands on the staffers. It was bad. And you know what? I feel so bad for Diego, because this is a family that never showed up for his games at New Mexico State.
Damn.
They were never there. And then all of a sudden he makes it to the big stage, the big platform, and now they're around.
Maybe it's because they couldn't act right. At New Mexico State, they wouldn't tolerate it.
Oh, they don't care. They would have welcomed it to have people in the stands.
Yeah.
But it was.
Well.
Right, so
they just wouldn't come.
So Preston Campbell, who's watching the podcast, wants to know where the former loser Penn State coach is going. And I guess I'm going to assume he's referring to James Franklin.
He was
James
hired at Virginia Tech.
He started Virginia Tech, wasn't he?
Tech,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's one new hiring, another hiring, but on the West Coast. Jamar Shepard is taking the Oregon State job.
Oh, nice.
All right, and Richard Brian Gaylord says Nebraska sucks, and there's no way to respond to that except to say, yes.
Yes. They do.
Donkey balls.
Big ones. But this Tennessee team is so weird. Josh was completely outcoached in this game. There wasn't a time that he was calling plays that were anything close to what Clark Lee could do. Or I should say Jerry Kill, because Jerry Kill was calling the plays.
You know what's why he sucks donkey balls? You just touched on it, Nikki. Is that the gadget offense that he brought in with him to Tennessee is old news now, and it just they're onto him. It's about like when Hugh Freeze was at Auburn.
Maybe he would be smart to take the Penn State job and try to start over from scratch. I don't know, because
I really don't. You're talking about Stoops?
No, I'm talking about Heupel.
Okay, Heupel. Yeah, I don't know if Penn State. Well, I mean, I guess if they're interested in Heupel, then that says all we need to know. But I don't know why they would want Heupel. I just don't.
Yeah. I also think that Tennessee's relationship with their coaches has always been kind of toxic since Fulmer has been involved. I mean, he's no longer athletic director, but he's still so involved with the team and what's going on. I just feel like there's so much toxicity with that. I've never seen an ex-coach that honestly seems like he's sabotaging their program.
Yeah, he's the great pumpkin of that program. Let's I've got a couple extra doors here. Let's go ahead and open the next one.
Go for it.
Hear those bells, ding dong fools. You Orville Redenbacher looking motherfucker. You UFFS, you are suckers. How the fuck you still got a job? They must be broke as fuck, cause there ain't nothing redeeming about you at this point. So suck these donkey balls. Suck 'em one, suck 'em all. Suck 'em one, suck 'em all.
Man, that opening game in Tallahassee when Florida State upset Alabama. A long fucking time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
A lot of shit's happened since then, hasn't it?
Yep.
You know what? I mean, is that the standard now at Florida State? Is less than mediocrity, guys?
I mean,
Seems like it.
I think they're having the kind of the same problem that Kentucky's having, except Kentucky's got an excuse. They really had a fucking massive buyout for some reason or another. But
they have a massive one with Norvell. But here's my question:
I don't think they're putting all
of this. They're putting all this money into the transfer portal because that's all they're using. Maybe just fire your coach.
This is a traditional power since Bowden came onto the scene. There's no reason that Florida State should have to use the transfer portal to build their team.
They shouldn't, but that's what he's chose to do.
The athletes in the state of Florida, there's a ton, but they're also strapped for money. They got 3 coaches they're paying for.
That's true.
We had Bidenomics, just
only goes so far.
A year ago.
How long will it take Florida State to run out of all the money they owe previous coaches? That's excellent. That's an excellent point, Bruce. I would say probably they got another 10 years of that.
Yeah, they have
to suck it up, They
don't have those deep pockets any longer, man.
And they're not bringing it in.
Talent there, God, Florida has, them in California, man. Everyone, or Texas too. Everyone talks about those 3 states as the breeding grounds for recruiting.
Oh yeah, and no, hats off to the Gators though, Nicky. I think that they played with a lot of grit and they wanted to win the game, and they basically overpowered him. Ball had a great game. Ball's a great running back. I enjoyed watching him a lot.
Oh, watching him, he beat he's the first underclassman since Emmitt Smith to have 1,000 yards. And he actually beat his record by 96 yards.
Damn.
He had 288 yards, I believe, 36 carries, 3 touchdowns. It was just his game. He was there to show out.
So I want to say that these donkey balls sitting on these spiders that the monkeys are holding.
I must admit, Doug,
they look pretty delicious.
Love this. I love the lead-in photo. It was great with the X's. It was so appropriate. He's spot on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
But not like Jerry's kids.
So those guys got no faces. Those are the.
But here's my question:
can tell anybody who it was.
Who would FSU? So say they come up with the money, who would they consider as their next coach?
Terry Bowden.
How
old is Terry?
Got to be
too old for that bullshit.
70. Yeah.
Okay. How tall is Terry? He's like 5. Is he 5 foot? He's a little fucker, ain't he?
Yeah, he's not a big guy.
Hey Google, how tall is Terry Bowden?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Fuck you then.
Terry Bowden is dead. Terry Bowden is dead.
You don't know, so fuck you. I love that, Doug. That's special. No,
what's that?
That you just told him how you really felt. That Alexa or whatever it is, your assistant. Now, like you said you had Google and also your assistant. You had two different ones in the same room, and they argued with each other.
Yes, that happened.
Man, he's the same age as my wife.
We've been trying to get him to do it again since then, and we've never pulled it off again.
They've come to a consensus, my man.
I got to try mine. That would be fun. But I don't know of anyone that would want that job. But at this point, I mean, even Dion would probably be better than what they're dealing with Mike Norvell.
Yeah, you have to go with Dion. I mean, I know it's crazy considering his mild level of success at best at Colorado, but he would bring. I think he would recruit there, and I think he would also bring a lot of attention to him.
He could bring in those recruits.
So let me just say that I just asked AI how tall Terry Bowden is, and AI said, "Who gives a fuck?"
Damn it, Jim.
Oh, they didn't. At least they didn't tell you Terry Bowden's dead.
Yeah,
you know that was nice.
He is dead. I mean, he's not dead like physically, but his coaching.
Unlike Terry.
All right, so we got one more. This coach won, but I had to make a special door for him. Let's open it.
Special.
Rain. Kiffin. What you doing? What you doing? It ain't worth the shit storm, Lane. Move your ass on. Hop your arrogant ass on the lane train to Baton Rouge. You fucking fool. They don't want you with axle. Not for on the deck, on the deck.
That's pure magic, Doug, because he truly does suck donkey balls for the way that he and his buddy Jimmy Sexton have manipulated the whole SEC, and it's just an absolute travesty. And they've skillfully milked all these programs for as much as they can, so everybody can get the most money they could, and basically.
I mean, that is the name of the game, but at the same time, did we really need all this fucking? Did we really need all of this? I mean, all he had to do was announce that he was leaving after the game on, what did they play, Friday? The Egg Bowl?
Yeah.
Yep.
Announce that he was leaving and then go to Ole Miss and say, I want to coach through the playoffs. And they would have said, no, you're not fucking coaching. And then he should have said, okay, thank you. And he should have fucking left.
Well, I think that's what they would have allowed him to coach. And that's
But instead, he tried to threaten them. I'm taking everybody with me when I leave. So, basically this is your one chance at the playoffs and you need to not rock this fucking boat.
Now, do I think they're in a good position to win?
No, absolutely not.
Gone?
No. And matter of fact, they may not even make the playoffs because the committee could look at this.
It only hurts them.
The committee could look at this and say, yeah, this is not going to be the same team without Lane as the head guy. And it wouldn't shock me if they did. And I don't really think it would be that controversial.
I think this team is going to be even better because these guys are pumped. They're pissed.
That would be great. That would be great. You're pulling for them to get in still.
I am.
It's hard to say what
watching these players after because they're so pissed. He didn't even have the respect to sit down with his team and tell them. He never showed up to the team meeting. They waited for him.
So do you think this would be you think this is going to be a big deal next year when LSU and Ole Miss play?
Oh, yeah, that'll be fabulous.
Do you remember when LSU bought all the billboards from Tuscaloosa to Baton Rouge after Saban took the Bama job?
I do.
Okay. And how they were like insane pissed off at the world. I think it's going to get 100 times worse. Seeing how hurt these fans are. Yeah. Like Ole Miss they're hurt.
If they missed the playoffs, he fucked them financially. He fucked them prestige wise. He screwed them every way possible. And I mean, there's just nothing more you could do to the program to put it in a bad position. So they
Well,
definitely,
yeah, they left him holding hiring Golden. I mean, that is right there. And I can't say anything because the players seemed so excited about it in the video. They were pumped, and you heard a lot of fuck Kiffin and we beat him. He can just keep on going down the road. These are the players. And I think he shit his nest. There's not going to be players following him like he thought we're going to. He didn't just hurt Old Miss and those players. He really messed himself up.
yeah, but he don't really care how he looks as long as he gets
Mm-mm.
attention. He's a classic narcissist. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a public display of being a piece of shit. And it just followed the whole trajectory of his career, and it's made him a lot of money though, so he can live with that. That's if he can live with that, that's fine. It'll be special for him.
Well, he has to live with it. And you know what? LSU has to too. This is two hires that they've pretty much screwed over another program. Luckily, Notre Dame handled it the correct way, and it was an easy transition. But Brian Kelly went out of his way to screw him over, leaving in the middle of the night.
Now, can I ask one question? I mean,
Mhm.
why couldn't Ole Miss relent and allow him to play the last game? So don't skin off their nose.
I mean, they definitely could have.
Yeah,
I think it's a pride thing at this point.
Also guilty in this whole bullshit of we're not going to be told what to do by Kiffin, and he's.
I think it's a disrespect.
Yeah, I think it is that, but they do have that right to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can
I'm
make
not
that
saying
call.
they don't, Doug.
They do, but I disagree. I definitely disagree with them.
I can understand
they
their
would have a better
emotional
chance.
feelings.
They'd have a better chance at this if they let Kiffin go and finish.
Well, here's the issue too: is I don't think the fans and anyone else would have been okay with it. The way this was drawn out, the disrespect, the honestly getting their hopes up, like stringing them along. They really believed he was staying. And I think at that point, I don't think he could have coached. I don't think that he would have had anyone there to support him. And I honestly kind of feel like maybe the players wouldn't have if he would have respected them. But I mean, what he did to just the players alone, that's some bullshit. Like, he called a meeting for these players and never showed up.
Mm.
Ole Miss had to bring in the coaches that are staying because he had already bolted.
Earlier we're talking about DeBoer leaving for Texas in more thread on the thing, and
you mean Alabama?
Yeah, and maybe he was right in doing what he did, but he kept his mouth shut. He didn't say anything, and
he knew. I really don't think he knew until after the national championship.
No, he had a contract on his desk waiting for him, and then Bama came and talked to him, which was right, and he kept his mouth shut. He waited till after the CFP and then walked. Okay?
And I think that's kind of
that was the right thing to do. I think.
I do too, and I'm more than likely he already told the program
I really
too.
seriously don't believe that he knew until after the game.
No, I think no. This is what I'm saying, Doug. That I don't know whether Alabama had contacted him prior. I have no knowledge.
I really don't believe that they did. I believe,
and I'm not going to say he was. The only thing I'm saying, Doug, is that at least he kept his mouth shut about it if it was going to happen. The only thing I know.
I mean, yeah, but what I'm saying is that he didn't get the information until after the game. He may have kept his.
Could be, absolutely.
Yeah, because Saban did not announce until the 10th, and the game was on the 8th of January. Mm-hmm. And I really do not believe that Saban knew. Even people around Saban said they were kind of shocked that it just kind of like Saban just got enough at one point that morning of the 10th.
But I also
he pulled the
feel
trigger.
I also feel that he would have had the respect to tell Washington, you know what, I have been offered this job. I am
You
going to
think
take it.
Washington would have let him coach?
Yeah, they would have let him coach because he was respectful, and that's all Ole Miss was
And that's
asking
what
for.
people want is a little bit of respect
Yeah,
and be
and that's all
upfront.
Ole Miss was asking for is just give me an update, please. If you're going to leave, just let us know so we can start our coaching hunt. We won't announce it. We will keep it under wraps until you're ready to announce, or you want to wait until bowl games or whatever is happening.
Yeah,
But
and
he
we
couldn't
were
even have
willing to
enough
give.
respect to give them that. He
Yeah, and
kept
they were going to give
dragging
him
it along.
another $5 million raise on top of what he was making. So he
Yeah, and so
he wouldn't have been a pauper.
hmm but he didn't have enough respect for Ole Miss, his players or his fans to
Yeah.
even just say to his athletic director and to the school, you know what, I have made the decision to leave. You don't have to say you're leaving to LSU, you're leaving to Florida, or you're going to freaking Timbuktu, who cares? But just the respect. I've made the decision to leave so that they can start their hunt and not being left in shambles.
I don't know if this is true, but I'm hearing that Pete Carroll and Nick Saban, he was talking to both of them, and they both told him that Ole Miss, you're going to have to rely on the portal every year to keep your team competitive, and you won't have to do that at LSU.
No, I agree. I believe
Yeah.
that they all sent him elsewhere. My whole thing is I can't see Pete or Saban say to do it the way he's done it.
Oh, absolutely not. But
Yeah,
no,
he kept
he
saying,
definitely milked it. He was trying to become the center of attention. You could tell the
yeah.
way he did it.
And instead of him saying, I mean, he's sitting here, I wish my dad was here. Well, your dad would have been the first one to tell you to not screw over all these teams, because you're not just screwing Ole Miss over or Florida or LSU by dragging this along when they're losing recruits, they're losing people to hire. You're screwing yourself over. You're making yourself out to be a fool.
Well, I don't think he screwed himself at USC. I think they fucked him first by leaving him on the tarmac.
Well, I do think that he had a bad situation at USC. He went there and they were way down on their scholarship numbers. And then the fucking media basically picked them number one that year.
Mhm.
You remember that shit?
That
I
put
was
a lot
thinking,
of pressure on that.
I was thinking then, are they trying to fucking get this guy out of here? Because they knew,
Intentionally get him out of there, yeah.
I mean, they really knew that the numbers were down and they picked him number one. That you couldn't do anything worse. For
And
them.
you know what? Recruiting wise, until this year, they had not recovered from that.
It's called karma's a bitch. When you run out on a team the way he did Tennessee, it's going to catch up to you. And I feel like it's going to catch up to him even more.
It happened fast too, didn't it?
Yeah, and I feel like we're going to see that. I just can't see.
He just poked karma one more time, didn't he?
I feel like he did. And this one's even bigger in my eyes because I can look past what he did to the school because it's a business. But what he did to these players, right there, that's an issue.
It's always
you
the
just
players
screwed
with
them
me.
over. Now you will not be able to get the players you want. They're going to screw you over.
Those players that he convinced to put it all on the line to get to a what are they 11-1?
Mm-hmm.
I mean that is
first time in school history going to
uncharted
the
territory for Ole
playoffs.
Miss.
Going to the playoffs now. Who knows if you ever sniff the playoffs again, and you can't even coach the team that you took to them this season because you screwed them over.
Yep.
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be fitting if he never actually makes the playoffs at LSU and gets fired?
It'd be special.
Oh, and talk about karma for LSU. Damn, that buyout's gonna be pretty.
Yeah, karma's fucking getting 2 for 1 here, right?
They're morally degenerate at LSU. Obviously, they don't give a damn as long as they're in the papers and it looks like they might win. But I don't see how they can parlay this into a national championship. But on paper, if you look at it, if he's able to do what he did at Ole Miss at LSU every year, he'd be pretty steady. And theoretically, obviously they're willing to throw money at it. Theoretically, you can recruit better at LSU. So I think it's going to be pretty special, really. And they, I don't know, man. It just karma's a bitch. I'm with you, Nikki. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see that kind of success for him because I think he's basically he's such donkey balls.
And I feel like I hate that I even wanted him as a coach, to be honest, because I really thought that he had turned over a new leaf. He honestly had portrayed that he had turned into somewhat of a good guy. He still had his mouth. He was still cocky, which I love that about a coach. But it really seemed like he was moving in the right direction. And that just all went out the window. I'm not the only person that's saying this. Like, he lost all of my respect.
Oh yeah, you and Florida were flirting with him hard, but he handled the
And
whole
I think
situation
that
wrong.
messed him up. The more I'm reading into it and the more I'm seeing, the man, his last night in Oxford was watching highlights of DJ Lagway in Florida.
Now let me ask you this, Nikki. So if Tulane gets a CFP bid, is Summerall going to coach it?
Yes, they already see, it's up to not only the previous school but the school that they're going to, because of course this is going into recruiting, portal, you name it. And
It helps everybody involved.
Yeah, and so
Oh, yeah.
Florida already said you are welcome to coach your
And that's the
conference
way things should
championship.
run, Nikki.
And you make the playoffs. If you don't make the playoffs and you make a bowl, the good bowl, you do that. Tulane stands by him as well, but he didn't screw them over. He gave them notice and is willing to continue, getting Tulane to this, to the playoffs.
That's
I mean,
the way
they
it
play
should be.
UNC this weekend, and one of them's going to probably make it in.
And you got to admit it, there is not a fan base in the United States, in this country, that a fan base will be kosher with a coach leaving. Won't happen. They're
I mean,
going
not kosher, but it could go better than this. I promise.
Yeah,
I will.
it could be
I have to
disjointed.
give Tulane's fans are very happy for him. They hate to see him go, but every comment I'm seeing on their thread is that they're actually proud. UNT with Morris, the same thing. Everything I'm reading is these guys are actually, the fans are happy for him.
He probably told them that he would put in a word for him and get Tulane back in the SEC.
Yeah. I just think that that's when you can leave on in good standing, kind of like, okay, Scott Frost leaving UCF when he left to go to Nebraska. He left in a good standing. Were fans hurt? Yeah, but they never hated him. And they welcomed him back with open arms because there wasn't any type of hate or, wanted anything ill on him. Like I'm seeing Ole Miss
If they
with
don't get him
Lane
back
Kiffin.
to form, they'll also boot his ass out with open arms.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of like West Virginia. I feel bad for these programs. Like Rich Rodriguez had to bring in 70 players.
They got crashed so bad yesterday. I mean, it was awful.
And then UCF had to bring in just as many. Like, how do you turn a program around that quick when you have to develop 70 players?
What about Marshall? I mean, last year their entire team left. I mean, my God.
Walked. Yeah.
And you can't. So you kind of have to give these guys a little bit of a grace in a season trying to finally get players and back to what they, both West Virginia and Frost are in UCF bringing back past coaches that had success with that program. So you have to give them a little bit of time to get back there. But Lord, it's kind of insane watching these fan bases. LSU fans like being nasty to Ole Miss fans. I'm like, why are you being mean to them? Like they're already being shit on, and now you're on top of it, telling them
Yeah.
off. Like that makes zero sense. It just shows
And
your
you
class.
do have to face them every year too.
Yeah. And do you think it's going to be mustard bottles thrown at you? No, it's going to
I
be
mean,
worse.
Ole Miss already has all of the motivation because it's kind of a lopsided
But
situation.
maybe
So.
this just created LSU a rival because they
Oh, it
really
sure
don't
has.
have
It sure
one.
Oh
will.
no, they're already rivals. I mean, it's been a really good. It's
Yeah,
not
but
been that bad of a series.
Well, it's going to be
but
high. That's for damn sure.
yeah, but it's never been like a insane compared to like the Iron Bowl or the cocktail party or
Or Bama and
these.
LSU.
Yeah, it's just not. And LSU really doesn't have another team that's like, oh my God, that's our rival. No one really freaking cares about LSU.
No,
They hate them, but they don't call
LSU's
them a
biggest
rival.
LSU's biggest rivalry is Alabama.
Yeah, and it's LSU's, but Bama could give two shits about them.
I don't know. It's been a little more competitive here recently.
Like Florida hates LSU, but we don't. They could call us a rival. We could care less to call them one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a one-sided with them. They're rivals with a few teams on their side. Just the other team doesn't care about them.
All right, so it's a big week this week, guys. Not as many games to talk about, but it's quality over quantity this week, right?
Oh
Oh yeah. All the implications. There'll be plenty to talk about. It just goes to pure quality, just like you're saying.
If we really want a lot to talk about, let Georgia opt out of the SEC championship game. Then we'll have no game to talk about, but we'll have plenty to talk about, right?
That would
that's
be
suicide in my books.
I'm sorry, but that would be
happening.
epic.
It's not happening.
No, but it would be so much fun.
I can understand why some fans would feel that way, but they really should be confident. Anytime two teams play 2 times in a year, 2 equal teams, the team that wins the first game.
That's when it's Georgia, Bama. Georgia knows that.
But it's still the team that wins the first game is at a disadvantage the second time around.
Yeah, the year that we went to the CFP, we played Oregon twice. We played them and beat them, and then we went and we beat them again, like puppy dogs in Las Vegas.
That's pretty much what's happened with Bama and Georgia, and I think Georgia fans are just sick of it. They get all hyped up because there's been too many years that Georgia has had that better team, that insane team, and they just can't get past Bama. And I think it's I don't know. And I really thought when Saban was gone, it would get out of Kirby's head.
Exactly, but it hasn't.
It hasn't.
Two games in a row, and I think an inferior Bama team has beat them 2 times in a row.
And it's just really crazy to me. But you have teams that are your kryptonite, and Bama stays in Kirby's head.
Well, I really hope Georgia doesn't do this. That is just
it's not going to happen.
No, they're not going. It's just fans talking, and I understand.
There's no option. There's no option to opt out.
Go up and
I mean, you opt out.
I think if they opted out, they would also lose their spot in the playoffs.
I mean, they would get fined so fucking high, it wouldn't even be funny. I mean, I don't even know if there is any kind of bylaws to even govern something like that. But it would be ugly.
There you go.
Anyway,
they
Bob
lost to Georgia Tech, and they wouldn't have made it. So
it's a big week this week. We're coming back at you Thursday to talk about these quality games. Not many of them, but a lot to fucking talk about.
Some awesome ones
coming up.
Yeah.
There you go. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, join the groups, buy Smacking Off the Perch podcast merchandise, and fuck your team.
You know what we need to do? You know what we need to do, guys? We need to put we need to put an album out, the best of Smacking Off the podcast.
Hey, you're doing great with that, Doug. I love them all.
Let's do it.
All right, yeah, and hey, and this will be the first hit on the album right here.
You're tuned sucks, donkey ball. Your team sucks, donkey ball. You're probably getting fired before the season's end, and even lose your wife and your asshole friend.
Your Team Sucks Donkey Balls is a presentation of Smacking Off the podcast. Streaming every week for another victim as we kick them while they are down.